Oh, is that the sun rising? Oh no, it's the moon rising actually. Oh
Oh
yeah,
crap.
okay. Oh, we're in trouble. It's a new anime show out on Netflix. It is, I believe, rated M or 18 plus. Um, it wasn't too overtly graphic on the first episode, but there's probably more to come with that. I watched the first episode. Brian, you did too. Let's start with you. What did we think?
So I thought, first off, we'll talk about like kind of visually classic 2D animation. I didn't feel like there was anything new or groundbreaking in terms of the tech or artistry that they were doing. Not that the artistry wasn't great. I definitely felt like it got off to a slow start establishing the world that we're in, but then the second that there's this connecting, so pretty much there's the coexistence of Earth and the Moon, and two different societies live on both, and they're connected through this kind of long space chamber and station, and it's almost kind of referred to as like an umbilical
Umbilical cord? Umbilical.
umbilical. I
Yeah, it's
apologize.
close. It's
I
close.
apologize, everybody. I'm just learning to speak these days. Umbilical cord. And the second that the moon kind of attacks it, and spoiler, sorry for anybody who haven't watched it, maybe should have said that a second ago. But the second that that pops off, it gets so I was in because the scale became so apparent of like, oh, it felt like after the first episode, I'm like, oh, we're on a journey. There's like things are about to go down. I did feel like, I was like longing for more things to happen in the first episode, but by the end of the first episode, I was like, oh, I was excited about what was going to take place because I was really interested about just the world that they're developing. It was like, okay, it felt very much, I'm like, here we go. We got a lot coming our way.
Yeah, yeah. To your point, I think you're right from probably a groundbreaking aspect. The visuals maybe weren't, didn't push certain boundaries or whatever, but I was so captivated by the visuals of it, the technology used in that fight scene in the beginning. And I just knew, usually you can tell right away, at least I feel confident enough to say this for my own thing, and I could be totally wrong, but you can gauge the quality of a show pretty early on. And the way that it started out so quiet, and it was this distant humming of somebody that you couldn't see, and it was nature, and then it was this train moving along, and then they move inside the train, and then you find the guy that's humming, and then the crew starts talking to each other. There's these moments of intimacy and quiet and slow pace, which then is immediately followed. And credit to you, Brian, you always talk about this, the importance of conflict. Boom, the train is immediately raided. So I actually felt satiated when they jumped back and didn't feel like, oh, this is a little bit too slow, because it went slow, ramped up with this conflict, all this new weaponry, and the tech that they were using was all very cool. And then they went back in time, and that part was really cool. And I just wanted to bring up the humming again, because I thought it was so neat that once we jump back into the past and we've kind of established this story of who this guy was before he becomes this, military person that's fighting on this train, he starts humming again right before that space chamber is blown up. So it was a beautiful way. Future, boom, we come back, the humming brings us full circle, and then it's like the story seems to start again. So I thought, again, visuals were stunning. I really liked the tech. And this was the studio, Brian. This is what I didn't tell you before. It's by Wit Studio, the same studio that did the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Whoa, okay.
And they did
Dang.
Spy X Family as well. But I think obviously
Wow.
it's worth bringing up Attack on Titan first, because that is the Hall of Fame. They're in the Hall of Fame of anime. I don't think anyone can question that.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because I feel the grandiose of the story. It felt bigger than your typical anime for some reason. I
Yes.
felt like I'm like, oh
Correct.
wow, we're about to go on a journey. It was kind of like, kind of like a Lord of the Rings, setting up all the characters, taking the time, and you're like, oh crap, now we're like, it was when they were kind of on the moon, listening to like them like rise up, the Moonrise. This is the rebellion of the moon. You're just like this feeling of like what always Attack on Titan was like. I want to see what's next, and that's how I feel about it. So I got to recommend Moonrise, and let us know if you guys are feeling it too. If you guys are interested in seeing more, want to have us watch any more episodes, but let us know and stay tuned for the next episode of Blockbuster Brothers.